English speakers love to talk fast, shorten our words, squish them together, and sometimes we can be a little bit hard to understand. Welcome to the wonderful world of contractions. Welcome back to the ILC YouTube channel, and today we'll be looking at contractions. What are contractions, you ask? Contractions are two words that are shortened and said together. For example, cannot becomes can't. I am becomes I'm. Contractions are important to learn because it makes your language flow a lot more. English is quite a rhythmic language. So for example, if I said, I hurt my leg, I cannot run, it sounds a little bit bumpy. But if I use a contraction, I hurt my leg, I can't run, it has a lot more flow to the sentence. It's also important to learn contractions because you'll be able to recognize them when a native speaker is talking. If you've ever been listening to an English speaker and you get a little bit lost, maybe you're not hearing their contractions. There are over 150 contractions in the English language, so it's important to be able to recognize them. So let's look at some common and not so common examples. When using the present continuous tense, for example, I am running, we use contractions a lot. I am becomes I'm, you are becomes you're, he's, she's, where, there. We use contractions a lot. We also use contractions a lot with negative sentences. For example, is not becomes isn't, cannot, can't, will not, won't. Some harder contractions or less common contractions use the verb to have. So for example, should have or could have becomes could have or should have. They're not as common, but they're still quite widely used and you will hear them. So the question is, when should you use a contraction? The answer, always. Always. Always, always use contractions. A better question is, when are the times I shouldn't use contractions? If you want to emphasize a point, you don't have to use contractions. For example, if I said, I hurt my leg, I can't run. And then my friend says, it's fine, come anyway. And I want to emphasize, no, I cannot run. Then I can slow down my language a little bit and use every word, no, I cannot run. It emphasizes the point, makes it a bit stronger. The other time when we don't use contractions is when it's a standalone answer. For example, someone says, who's coming to the shops today? I wouldn't say, I would say, I am. Who's playing cricket today? Where? Makes no sense. We are. So if it's a standalone answer, use both words separately. If you use it in a full sentence, we're coming today. We're playing cricket today. Use a contraction. Around the world, you'll also find slang or colloquial contractions. For example, in Australia, instead of saying going to, I would say, I'm gonna. I am going to, I'm gonna. Or I want to, I wanna. In America, you might hear y'all. Are y'all coming today? You all, y'all. So depending on which country you want to travel to or where you're living, maybe it's good to learn some of those local slang contractions. In our next video of contractions, we'll be breaking down what are the different types and how to form them. But I have a challenge for everyone. I'm going to say a few difficult contractions, and in the comments below, I want you to write what you think those contractions mean. Are you ready? Shouldn't have, weren't, they'll, couldn't have. Okay, do your best. Write that in the comments below. What do you think I was saying? What are the full words that I was using? And I will see you in our next video.